Hey everyone, I'm popping on right now because I have some time in between before I have my next client, my last client of the day. So first of all, I want to say thank you to all of you wonderful ones that came and got your reading today on this new moon day, and we anchored in some beautiful energy. We talked about some serious situations that needed to change. We were able to go in and just really start speaking your truth and moving forward. So let me tell you something that how things really unfolded. Why we're having a part two of Magic Time. These cards that's all I can say. And here, welcome to Be So Light. My name is Felicia, Priestess Michaela, also known as Niana in Taino. So, my new thing is now, I feel that we have to have these moments on this planet. Mayday, 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 mayday. Are you having a mayday moment? I love this pen. Got it from Half Price Bookstore. They had this. I only went after it for the spiral. And then I didn't even know the thing lit up. I had it for like weeks on end until I pressed down on it. It lit up, scared me to death. I was like, what the hell is wrong with this pen? And I was like, oh my God, it's a light up pen. It's so special. So now I use this in my consultation with people. Are we having a Mayday moment? Let me send out a signal. Kind of break up that energy. If you are going down a path somewhere where you should not be going, or saying certain words that are not supposed to be a part of your vocabulary because they're related to the third dimensional timeline. Please get off of that timeline. It's done enough damage, don't you think? So, why are we having Magic 2? I'll tell you why we're having it. Because there was a lot of good things coming up in some readings today. And Spirit has a way of delivering wordings when I'm talking to someone. Things just start coming up and I'm like, wow, what is this? What is the wording on it? And I was really happy to see some people's faces today. I got to see you. And it was beautiful. Just a beautiful moment. So today, because it's new moon and it's raining outside. If you're in California, it's raining outside. Northern California, storming and pouring down rain like crazy. Anyway, let me tell you something. So here's some of the sayings that were coming up. And I thought it was really neat. It says, let the old you die today of the old life so that today you can live a new one. So it's kind of like a death and rebirth all on this day, same time, because Aquarius represents that, death and rebirth. When you really read about Aquarius, what it really means. And you have to be able to allow yourself to let that old you die that's hanging on to stuff. That's hanging on to things that you should not be hanging on to. Old jobs that aren't going anywhere. And this is point. I've talked about this before. This is all about magic. Now, this is point. And I said this to somebody. I said, if a corporation, I'm going to use that word, a corporation, a job, place, is coming from a place of lack. It's coming from a place of not having and not able to give to their employees and take care of their employee needs, that corporation is going to start to become stagnant. I mean, come on, look at the government. Stagnation up the gazoo. It's so stagnant, I don't even think the lights are on in there. Some people get what I'm saying. But the stagnation is just profoundly there. So I want you to think about this. If you own a business, a corporation, you have people working for you. I want you to think about this, and this is going to hit magic. If you are coming from a place of lack, and you are saying, "Oh, I can't afford to pay people more money, or I can't afford to give people benefits. I can't afford this." Da, 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 da. If you keep putting it out there, saying that you can't afford that, then you can't afford to have your business. In that sense, it's the words that is keeping it true for you, along with a whole bunch of other people that are following those words. Do you understand what I'm saying? Your intention is not to create that, but you're not understanding the fact that the words you're using is creating it. The universe gives you back exactly what you keep saying, exactly what you keep putting out there. It has no choice but to do that, which is why we're going to talk about this part 2 magic time. How do you stop creating the same timeline that you are currently on that's causing havoc for you? Step off of it. Create a new one. Create a new storyline. Create a new something that will give back to you in a way that takes care of you, that aligns you with your true divine self, your true purpose. We have to get in the habit of saying these things. And here's the thing. What is my soul aligned purpose? What is my soul aligned purpose? What does my soul want to do today? What does my soul want to do? We have to get in the habit of asking our higher self, well, what do you want to do today? What's the next soul alignment that I need to take? The next soul action alignment to take? What's my next action? First you ask, now you got to take the soul aligned action and then step back and receive. What is your next soul aligned action to take? And then this is where you sit in that awe of it to get the info. And the first thing that comes to your mind is what you're supposed to go do. If it says, go take a nice bath, your soul wants to go take a bath, go take a bath. If your soul wanted to go and just lay down for an extra few more minutes, then go lay down. If your soul wanted to go and say, hey, I want to go to a bookstore, then go to the bookstore, to the one that it's showing you to go to. Because you never know if Spirit has something for you that you need to go pick up, and it has your name on it. Okay? That's that feeling right there. Number 1. Living a magical timeline life. I'm all about that. Hell yes to the high yes. I'm all about that. I'm all about doing that, being in that flow. And let me tell you, today I've had the most fun because I was in the flow. And because of all the fun I was having, I get to stay. I manifested staying on Friday, tomorrow. Get to sleep in and then get ready for the nice meeting I'm going to have. And then I get to absorb and be. I'm going to probably be in the bathtub and doing all my nice goddess baths and priestess love of self and what have you. But here's something I want you to think about. If you're going to step into your magical purpose of yourself, you're going to claim it. You're going to take 100% ownership of it and be fully responsible for what you are going to take. Then you have to write a magical letter claiming it to yourself. Are you ready? I get told lots of times, Felicia, you're just making it all too hard. You're making it complicated. Well, first of all, I'm a type A personality. Second of all, I'm Capricorn. Third of all, I just am who I am. Because maybe, just maybe, I'm still working on myself. Just maybe, I'm still trying to heal some of those parts of myself where I'm trusting myself to say, oh yeah, I want this. Just maybe. That's what's happening. Is that a bad thing? Hell no, that's not a bad thing. It just means I have to pay attention to not be complicated in that way. So I'm going to read you and I'm going to say it slow. So if I were you, if you have not gone on the Amazon and go get Magic Words by Geneva Davis, then you're missing out. Because I really like her. Now remember, I started off with that one thing that we were doing where you don't complain for 42 hours. You know, she set it up for 24 hours. I went ahead and went 72 hours. Don't complain. No complaining. Because all you're going to get is more complaining. Energy. You got to remember, everything is energy. So, let me find it. I know I put it in. I want to make sure. I like this paper of my book. So make sure you got pen and everything. And I think I said, free yourself from 3. Free yourself from 3. Get free from 3. Third dimension. Free yourself. Okay, hold on a second. I know here it is. Okay. So first it says I, and then put your name. Declare, okay, that I will take full responsibility for my life and my happiness. I promise I will not blame my past, comma, my current situation, comma, or other people for any frustration or unhappiness I have known, I fully understand that I am. Okay? That's a tricky one. It means I know about this, but I know I am creating this. So, okay, fully understand that I am the only person who can change my life for the better and allow the magic fill in the blank. So, what do you want your magic to do for you? Because the magic is really the higher self. The magic is really the cosmos. The magic is really the supreme divine. The magic is really all that is, that was nothing comes into something. Okay? So you can put magic, etc., but what do you want that magic to be? And I will stop complaining, because I know when I do this, I create more complaining energy. I will give thanks as the sacred heart of the Sacred Heart twice a day. I will give thanks of the Sacred Heart twice a day, which means give thanks for in the morning that you're going to go forth and live your life in a magical way that's giving to you. We can have this now. We don't have to be depressed. We don't have to be in anxiety. We don't have to be in fear. We don't have to be in chaos relationships. No, we don't have to be in any of that. Like my coach says, everything is a choice. She drilled that into me. Everything's a choice, Felicia. Everything's a choice. I get so mad at her sometimes. We get off the call and be like, it's easy for her to say, she's not in the situation. But here's the thing. Your best medicine and the best people to learn from are people who have lived through stuff. Lived to tell the story, how to get the hell out of it. How to stop living from that plane. How to stop living from victimization storytelling and moving into a new storyline that supports you, that gives you the timeline that you are actually creating. Now, I want you to think about this. This is magical. I want you to think about this. Think about this. Now, remember I was telling you about that movie, The Langoliers. The Langoliers by Stephen King. Okay. Remember I was telling you about that? These people get on an airplane. Look it up on YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube for free, because it's an old movie. But it makes the point very, very clear. These Langoliers, big old Pac-Man looking things, were eating up the day, turning it into yesterday. Okay, turning it into the past. So literally they were eating up that timeline. Okay, so what if magically, and I'm just saying, just think about this. What if you just let that old timeline just fall away? You don't have no connection with it. And I mean no connection with it. And you are totally creating a whole new timeline that supports you. You meet wonderful people. You set your goals. You meet your goals. You have a beautiful blossoming business that you enjoy because you're living from your passion. You are in a wonderful, thriving relationship where you don't have to fix it. If you're in a relationship and you have to fix something in it, that's not a relationship. It's called codependency. Get out of that. Relationships are not something you have to fix. Relationships are something that you enter into and you dance with. Now I can see if you need to heal something, respect something, clean something up. Okay, yeah, go clean that up. No problem. Make it right. You did something wrong, said something out of balance, threw somebody for a loop-de-loo. Then yeah, go make that right. No problem. But when we are in the true essence of magic of ourselves, we have to free ourselves from the old timeline so you can move into the new timeline and be in that energy so that you can really be in that truth of your true timeline. Does that make sense? Because only on the true timeline can you really evolve and make everything move into that space of what you're creating from a new timeline. And you get to choose how you want that timeline to be. Remember that card I showed you yesterday? The lady's holding the hourglass, and there was sand coming out from underneath the hourglass. Your time is slipping away. That old timeline's breaking apart. Isn't that phenomenal? Hell yes, that's phenomenal. Because that just means that you don't get to stay stuck in that. That just means you don't get to stay a victim to it. That just means you don't get to stay in that lack of that energy. And if people are not rising up to create a better flow for themselves in their businesses to support other people that come and work for them, they have to evaluate that. Where are they coming from energetically? And people, I'm telling you, between now and the end of March, it's going to be breaking down, waking up, slap, 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 face, 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 look, 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 okay? We have to move forward into our true self, the true magic of ourselves. And you start that by writing a new storyline for yourself. I know it sounds like some of you don't want to pick up a pen and just start writing. You rather just type it all out. Okay, go ahead, type it all out if that's easier for you. But if you can write it out, because what is happening when you are using pen and you're taking ink and you're doing that, you are truly, truly connecting to that. It's a straight line. It's a straight line when you're writing it. You can feel it. You want to feel what you're writing about. You want to become it. You are it. So shall it be. You are that. 2 people got that same card today. So shall it be. I was just like, damn. One person got a card that said soul journey. It was an action card. It was in the action position, and it was a soul journey. You got to take a soul journey. And then boom, it jogs her memory, and she's like, oh my gosh, there's a trip I want to take. It's only 5 hours away. Hello? Talk about magic. Talk about the messenger. And sometimes we get those messages and we don't want to hear it. We don't want to look at it. There are a lot of people I know right now sitting in situations because they don't want to look at it. Because it hurts. They don't want to fail. They don't want to have fear. They don't want to have anxiety. So if you are going to commit to yourself and step into that magical life, then step into it. And then after you make your commitment, after you declare, then you write the new storyline. And you address it as such. You say, my new storyline. I'm evoking my new storyline of myself. I am now moving into a place of everything is organized, easy for me. Everything flows. My business is in flow. I know exactly what to do, when to do. I always have the right soul contact clients. the soul clients, the connection with them, the ones that have the energy that matches with me. I'm in perfect alignment. I know what to do at all the right times. I have the perfect alignment. I'm hearing, I'm connected, feeling the right aligned action to take next. It just all flows. How do you want your next storyline to be? You're the creator. You are now going to edit third dimensional timeline thinking. You are now going to edit third dimensional timeline behavior patterns. You are now going to edit all the third dimensional timeline stuff that's been holding you back. And why are some of you choosing to keep living the same pattern over and over and over? What are you getting out of it? What are you getting out of it? Ooh. Is it a point to where you've got to go, Mayday, Mayday? What am I getting out of this? I had one of my clients today say something, and she said the money word, the MONEY. And I go, no, don't say that. We're not going there. She busted up laughing. Because it was something, I don't know. I had to cancel out what she was saying. So I grabbed my pen and just said, we're going to delete that. We're going to transmute that energy right now. We're going to get rid of that right now. Look into my pen. You will not say that word again. I like that. I made a rhyme. Look into my pen. You will not say that word again. So I'm just saying, if you're going to live a magical life, then you have to become it. It's already in you. Then align yourself with it. Everything you do is just magical. It's easy. It just comes and flows. If a situation arises, instead of getting bent out of shape about it and going into panic mode, just simply say, okay, what's the next line action to take for this solution? Soon as you surrender that, boom, things come into place. It takes practice to master yourself. It takes practice. Because it takes practice to undo all the shenanigans, woo woo, blah, 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 bugga, bugga, boo, that you've been dealing with all your life. Your old belief all your life. So now you got to step into the new way, the practice of self, and hold that true. And really own it. I've said this story one time before. I was so upset when an elder, we just were in lodge and I was going through it, man. I was going through dark night of soul. Up in Shasta, Aida, bless her heart, good teacher. And she'd already said, Felicia, anytime you want to do a lodge, you come up and you pour your water, do your lodge. I said, okay, you want to hold a lodge? Free to do it here. She was so wonderful and beautiful to me because she opened up her lodge for me to pour water for people. She's the only one that has ever invited me on that level to do that with love and respect. And if I had to pour water for myself, it was no problem. If I show up in Shasta and say, hey, can I do a lodge for myself? No problem, Felicia, go right ahead. Well, one day, I was in the uglies. My energy was creeping along. I think I was breathing. I think I was going flatline. And I was in the lodge, she was pouring water. And she brought the talking stick around and she was telling us to to open up and talk about new things you want. And I started telling the old story. And she waited till the talking stick got back around to her. And she says, stop telling your old stories. Stop telling them. Stop giving them a life force. Stop making them the Academy Award winning of your life. Stop telling that story. Stop doing that energy that no longer supports you. Step into the new energy of your magical self. Step into the new life timeline right now. Let that linger there. Eat that timeline off. I can't make the sound. You gotta look it up on YouTube. It's on YouTube. The Langoliers by Stephen King. Okay, so you know what? The AI is probably going, what? How do I interpret? Figure it out, AI. It'll be on my page. Figure it out. Keep up with the codes. So, had some chocolate. Right. Moment. So, I want you to really think about that. And stop telling your old storyline. Make a new, declare to yourself what I just said. Pause it if you have to write it down. Word it out how you want to word it out. But the main thing is declare to yourself, just stop complaining. Stop being a victim to yourself. Stop being a victim to your circumstances. That's hard to break. Every now and then, all of us slip into that heavy victim mode. It's easy. But you got to recognize it so you can master the self. It's practice, and it's okay. Please stop judging yourself and beating yourself up and making all these scenarios up about guilting and shaming yourself. Stop it. Like I said before, do you think Mother God and Goddess sit up in the heavens, sitting there saying, well, I don't know, Earth looking a little peaked. Should I be trying to, I don't know, I'm not feeling very godly. What? You think gods are doing that? No. They're like, oh, look what's happening. Oh, look, Mother Earth is evolving. Look. Oh, look, they're finally waking up and standing up for themselves and going to take claim for who they are. They're saying no. They're standing in their truth. Their light is getting brighter. They're owning their magic of themselves. Yeah. Watch out. Watch out. So, as we keep evolving and moving through, this gives you a perfect opportunity to step into a new. Are you magic or not? Do you want it? Do you not? Are you in it to win it? You better begin it. All right. So if you believe it, you receive it. That's all there is to that. And the magic starts with you. So I just wanted to hop on. I got to get ready for my call. I have a client to see. I've been very busy. And I'm loving it. And I love the fact that I've been a part of so many people's lives to help you turn your light on. And I'm inspiring other people because they want to help other people turn their light on too. And I'm so happy to see you want to be a part of the Light Federation. We shine bright. And in our light and in our time, in our divineness of who we are that magic light. Be so light. Sleep well tonight. Bye.